So it's Friday afternoon. I'm taking the golf cart out, and we got some issues with WLKNTALL that we need to address. Number one, the radio. The switch here on the radio, on the front of the radio, the mic tuning switch, it stays powered up, but the radio is losing power and it's cutting on and off. So that's one thing that we need to address. The next thing we need to address, we got one wheel light that the mounts have broke on it, so we need to make new mounts. And I want to put a relay on the amp for the sub, because I've noticed it's staying on and I'm having to turn the mic tuning switch box off so I don't kill my battery. But while I was riding uptown, I noticed that the Righteous Gemstones TV show on HBO is filming in town again, which nothing new. They tend to film here a lot. There's some production trucks there. We're getting up here. We'll kind of roll through and check all of that out, which is kind of cool, you know. I don't do anything near as, you know, as big as that, but I kind of like it. This is extras parking right here for the TV show. You got the trailers up here. We'll go around. We'll just make a big loop here real quick. But you got the extras right here. Their trailer, not the extra trailers, but the main character's trailers right there. You have more filming back here. But Danny Mcbride puts this here show on. He also did another show, Eastbound and Down, on HBO. That was extremely funny. I thought it was funnier than Righteous Gemstones, to be honest with you. I thought it was kind of cool to show you guys that as well. They do a lot of filming in our town. I guess because we're kind of next to Charleston, and about 20 minutes away. Danny Mcbride has moved to Charleston from Los Angeles, I believe. He got a pretty nice house, is what I could find on the internet. But while we're riding around, I just wanted to show you that. I'll cut a left here, and we'll go back over here in this complex. They rented a church to shoot some more parts for the Righteous Gemstones. We'll go through here in just a second. Hang on left here. But I ride this cart every day, just about every day, as long as the weather is good about town. And I started noticing the radio would randomly cut off, and that just irks my nerves. You kind of see what's going on here. They got like a food booth there, cinema trucks. Pretty cool, you know. It'd be cool to work in that industry, I think. But at the end of the day, it's just another job. But anyways, that's what it is. Let's get back to the house. Let's put WLKNTALL up into the shed or the garage or the shop and get this right here taken care of. All right, so like I mentioned while I was riding, the radio, I have the radio on this radio button here, and this is the mic tuning. The backup serves for the backup lights and reverse. And right now it's in forward because the backup light is off. And I'm not sure if you guys seen that video or not, but I shaved the firewall, or had my painter shave the firewall of the golf cart. And when he did that, I put my F&R switch on this switch here, and I just used the relay. And I showed you how to do that in that video if you wanted to or not, but whatever. If you want to see it, maybe I'll place it in this video or whatever. Anyways, the radio. While the radio is on, sometimes it's just turning off when you go, and it's got to just be a loose wire, a loose short, or something. Now the mic tuning system, okay, it's got the master switch for the radio. And underneath the seat here, in this right here switch box, see the fuses down there, that is the master control board. And it's got an on-off, basically with that circuit breaker right there, and it is dirty down in here because, well, like I said, I ride this golf cart just about every day uptown, and you can really tell because the tires are starting to get wore down on them. And anyways, this right here unit's not losing power, so there's got to be something between that unit and the radio. So today I was planning on taking the dash off the golf cart and seeing if there's a loose short behind the dash for the radio. Another thing that sucks is this is a Kicker TB10. I have it here underneath the passenger side. I have a little amp in here right there, and it stays on constantly even if the switch is off from the dash. So I ran the remote side of this right here wire to the radio for the radio to turn the amp on and off just like in a regular automobile, because that's how they're designed to be wired, but it's staying on all the time. So I'm thinking I'm gonna come over here and with that switch on the other side, add a 12-volt relay to turn this amp on and off. That'll save battery life on that 12-volt lithium battery over there. Usually once I get off of here, I open the seat and I kill the power to the circuit breaker, so the whole mic tuning system doesn't have power. And when I do that, I have to reprogram the horn every single time because that's not keeping memory. And what's cool about this mic tuning system is you can use it for on and off, you can use it for momentary, or you can use it for strobe. And let's see. See, it just stayed on. But if we're going here to hit this button here, pop that, and turn it back on, then my train horn would, or my horns would be like that. So I'm having to reset it every single time. This is also an RGB system here where you can change the color to match the rest of the colors on your dash. I just leave mine white. I just think that's clean, and but whatever. But with that being said, we got some things to do. Also, I've noticed that on my wheel light that I made down here, it's loose. And two of the legs on the back of it are broken. So I want to kind of fix that as well. You can't see nothing right now. So the amp turn on is right here, which is crazy that the amp itself is on all the time, even though the amp turn on wire is right here. I don't understand that, but that is what it is with that radio and that amplifier. Ground wire here, this seems to be good. The power wire seems to be good as well. I might just come in here, be honest with you, and chop these right here off, re-butt connect them, and solder them, just so we'll know that we touched them. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, got the butt connectors replaced. All right, so the power wire and the ground wire both heat shrink now. All right, I've spent way too long on this issue, and we need to move on. And that issue is the amplifier was staying on, even though it was connected to the remote wire and the RCAs, and the amplifier that was down here, it was connected to the ground wire here of this battery and the power wire going to that battery as well. This is what I found though. We turn the radio on, the radio will power on. We turn the radio off, the radio will power off. The only thing that was not powering off, that little light there, you see it right there. You see that little light? It eventually goes off. I guess it's just draining capacitors of the radio. Well, if I hook this wire here up, watch that little light on there, it gets brighter. See, it just got brighter there. Okay, so it's gonna just drain down, but as soon as you hook this right here back up again, it gets brighter. See that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go the red and black wire off of this unit right here. See the red light there starting to drain down even lower. That's the red light to the unit there. I'm gonna put the ground wire on a relay. So that means that when the radio is on, the ground wire will have ground signal. when the radio is off, the ground wire to the amplifier will not have ground going to it. And when the amp does not have ground, it doesn't work. And look at there. That little light is completely gone, see? But watch this right here. We're gonna hook this right here to there. Just touch it and watch that little light come back on by that fuse, see there? So we're gonna add a relay to this right here. This is just a golf cart, and there's no sense in taking the amps out and sending them off for repair or radio or whatever. I don't know exactly what's causing this issue, but I just want to take care of it. And I think by taking care of it, by putting a relay on here, it's going to work. See, that light's off again. Since we touch, that light gets brighter. Weird. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the white and yellow of the relay. One of them is going to go to positive, the other is going to ground. And then the red and the black wire is going to go input and output of the ground wire. All right, so check this out. Radio is off, radio switch is off, right? The light beside the fuse right there is off. Turn the radio on. The radio is powering on. The screen's powering on now. We have the little red light there letting us know it's powered on. We're gonna turn it off. The little light went off. The reason it did, I put a relay on here, and the relay is cutting the signal to the ground for the amp. Now I did have to use back taps. I didn't want to use those, but I used them. I'm just going to secure these in the front with wire ties, secure them in the back wire ties as well. Secure this right here relay over with this loom here, but their problem is fixed. All right, so I get down here and I took the hose clamp off around the spindle. I went ahead and took off both of the broken pieces. I just fixed this one right here. I was thinking maybe they want to see this, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you're not even watching, but anyway, so this one here is the one that broke and I've already replaced it. This one here is the one I need to replace next, but if memory serves me right, 2.5 inches from the bend up, 4.5 inches, and then the bend back. That's what it was. So I just bent this one up very quickly with my broken Harbor Freight jaw clamp there. Broke it last week, hammering on something, and that broke off. Anyways, the bolts are stuck inside of this right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get them out, but they're just stuck in there. I think they're pretty flush in there too, but I don't know. Maybe I could weld it, one something to it, and then pull it out. Kind of like on the engine block. Not exactly sure. Anyways, that's done. That's a video for another day. We got this right here in there. I'm just going to come in here, drill a hole up here. We'll mount it. Hole's drilled on a new one. Just need to stick it in place, put a rivet in. These are 3/16 exploding rivets. You see the little line there? That's actually a cut mark. And when these right here pull back, they pull back in 3 different pieces, like that. So this is pretty much what a lot of the Easy Goes use. I just buy them in bulk from Amazon. But if you're interested, I'll place a link to where you can get these right here down below. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. Put it back in there, put it back on this plate here. I gotta go to that hole there, and then once we get that done, line everything up, put it back in there, and that will be fixed like this. See, this one is fine and it's still strong, and this one here only had one and it was kind of floppy, but got that fixed as well. All right, that's done. Need to go and get me a new end because this right here is leaking, but that's done. I'm gonna just put it back in place, put the hose clamp back on there. This right here will be done, and that's probably gonna do it for the projects on this cart here for this video. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. I'm just thankful that we were able to get the amp from staying powered on when the radio was off. So I would have to manually come in and disconnect that little circuit breaker over there, and it's just a headache. But anyways, we got it. Turn the radio on. See the loud light come on. Turn the radio off. Loud light goes off. Can't beat it. Well, not perfect, but perfect for me. And I think that'll do it until the next thing breaks. Let's go out and try it out and cut town one time, see how it goes, and see if the radio cuts off anymore. All right, so late in the evening, sun's going down low. We're gonna take this thing for a ride. And let's see if the production crew is still at that church right off of Main Street or not, or if they've already gone. If you remember earlier in the video, or at the beginning of the video, there was a bunch of production there. So generally when it's time to go, these guys will pack up and they'll have that thing in and out in no time. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride up there and see if they're still there, and also check and see if the stereo still goes as well.
Can't tell you how good it feels to tell you no. 'Cause loving you is like drawing blood from a stone. Yeah, 'cause loving you is like drawing blood from a stone. Well, trying to, I work myself to the bone. Yeah, well, but loving you is like drawing blood from a stone. You say you spent enough time in my golden prison. That was the sweet comfort of my arms. You see, my troubled son has no reason.
Doesn't bore you any longer with this video. If I happen to ride by there one more time and get some backside, maybe I'll pick you up, whatever, if I see something. Anyways, until next time, guys. Catch y'all later.